did a chewy fruit candy from Japan take over the world? Let's talk about the history of Hi-Chew. It's 1965 in Japan, and a man named Taichiro Morinaga is born, and he was not dealt an easy hand. He was orphaned at the age of 7. He was in and out of odd jobs, and then ended up getting himself into a little bit of a debt issue in one of his jobs, and so he was like, I gotta get the hell out of here, and maybe my luck will be better somewhere else. So I got a boot, scoot, and boogie over to, probably not his words, to San Francisco. At this time in the 1890s, there was a lot of racism. He tried to open up a hardware shop, but it sadly failed. And it wasn't until somebody gave him a piece of candy, and this was his first entree into kind of Western candy, and he was like, mind blown. People here are also like chewing gum. This is something that I'm not used to. This is crazy. And he was like, I want to be able to learn how to make this myself. But he tried to apply for apprenticeships at different candy companies and nobody would take him. He said, all right, I don't care. I'm going to get in through the back door then, and I will become a janitor at one of these candy companies, and I will learn and I will study it. So he spent about 10 years there learning everything that he could possibly learn, and then he headed back to Japan and thought, I want to be able to share all of this knowledge and these sweet delicious treats with the Japanese people. But chewing gum in Japan was like totally not a thing, and so he thought, well, I still love the idea of something that you can chew, but instead of spitting it out, maybe it could be something where you swallow it like food. So he decided to start his own candy company called Morinaga & Co. His first product was actually a marshmallow, all while having in the back of his head, I really want to do this like swallowable gum type thing. Taichiro died in 1937 at the age of 72, but his candy company was still chugging along. In 1956, they created this first iteration called Chewlets. It wasn't exactly the total vision. It was a good starting point. Then we've got like about 20 years later, 1975, and finally, dun da da dun, Hi-Chew is created. This is kind of a revolutionary candy. They have their signature double layer, sometimes it's different flavor, but this creates a really unique chewy texture with like a softer chew on the inside. Over the years, they've created over 200 different flavors. They even just introduced their mascot named Chewbie. He speaks a language called Chewlish. You gotta tune into the episode. There's a visual for that. And if you want to learn more about Hi-Chew and see Chewbie, of course, you can tune into this episode of Sprung on Food on YouTube. You can watch it at the I Am Sprung channel or available wherever you get your podcast. Just search for Sprung on Food.